They kept her in a rusted cage, barely big enough to stretch her wings. Even from a distance, it was clear why no one had placed a bid. The dragon was huge. Not huge like majestic or fearsome. Huge like round. Her belly sagged against the floor. Her legs were thick. Her neck almost buried beneath layers of bulk. She barely moved. Her scales were dull, crusted with dust and shame. She looked tired. Not just physically. So tired. She's a breeder failure, the auctioneer sneered. Overfed during incubation. Can't fly. No flame. Barely worth the feed she eats. A crowd of buyers snorted and walked on, shaking their heads. No use for a war beast at Waddles. Fat freak. Should have called her young. She didn't flinch at the words. Maybe she was used to them. But I winced. My name's Jaren. I'm a freelance mechanic. Not the rich kind. More like fixing junk freighters and old war drones for scraps. I only came to the auction to find parts. But when I passed her cage, something about her stopped me. She didn't beg. She didn't look up. She just waited, like someone who'd already accepted her fate. And that's what got me, because I knew that feeling. How much? I asked. The auctioneer blinked. For that one? Yes. 500 credits, he said with a shrug. Honestly, if you haul her off today, I'll knock it down to 3. She's been eating up my overhead. She dangerous? Hasn't moved in 2 weeks. Probably can't. Her kind's supposed to be war-bred, but she's a dud. Just fat. I turned and met her eyes through the bars. Big. Yellow. Watching. I'll take her, I said. I didn't have a proper transport cage, so I had to tow her behind my junker hauler, using reinforced cables and a grav lift. She didn't resist. She simply rolled slightly and followed the pull like a tired shadow. Back at my scrapyard on the edge of the moonfield, I set her up under a tarp near the solar vents. Gave her a full water tank, mineral supplements, and actual food, not the stale kibble they fed her at the auction. She stared at me while she ate. After 3 days, she spoke. Why? Why what? Why did you take me? I sat down, wiping grease off my hands. Because you look like someone who got written off before they even got a chance. She blinked slowly. I am unfit, useless. Says who? Them. Everyone. Well, I muttered, I'm not everyone. I named her Corax. It was the name of a lunar engine model from a retired fighter I liked. She didn't protest. At first, she barely moved. Mostly ate and slept. Her wings were stiff from disuse, and I had to help massage the joints every evening with a warming compound just to stop them from locking up. I worked during the day, patching holes, scavenging components, and every night I sat near Corax and read to her old war novels, repair manuals, even ancient earth fables. Sometimes she listened. Sometimes I caught her laughing just softly, like a breeze through gravel. 2 weeks later, I came back from a salvage run and found her standing, all on her own. Look at you. I shouted. She wobbled, huffed, but stayed upright. Fell twice trying, she said, teeth bared in a grin. Flatten your water tank. I laughed. I was going to replace that anyway. We started training. Nothing fancy, just walking laps around the scrapyard, stretching wings, lifting debris with her tail. I even built a pulley rig to help her practice flapping and balancing her weight. The more she moved, the more she talked. I was born in a clutch of 7, she said one night. They burned by the age of 3, flew by 4. I didn't. I looked up from my welding torch. Did they even try helping you? No, just call me shame. Idiots, I muttered. You're stronger than any dragon I've ever met. You have only met one. Exactly, and she's a badass. She let out a snort that I swore was a laugh. Months passed. Corax lost none of her mass, but she gained strength, flexibility, confidence. She learned how to light a flame, not a raging inferno, but a concentrated burn strong enough to melt scrap. I taught her how to direct it through engine cores to help me weld. We became partners. Then came the raiders. A mercenary gang came to claim the scrapyard, some legal loophole about salvage rights. I tried reasoning. They laughed, said they'd torch the place. I was badly outnumbered. They didn't see Corax until she came stomping out of the back hangar, head held high, fire simmering in her throat. One of them laughed. What's that? A cargo balloon. She didn't roar. She discharged. I've never seen anyone fly backward into a shipping container so fast. Corix didn't even burn anyone. She didn't have to. Her sheer size and rage scattered them like trash in a storm. And when she stood over me, wings wide, growling low and furious, even I forgot that she'd once been called weak. They never came back. Today, Corix sleeps in the sun atop the main cargo lift. The hatchlings from neighboring moons send her fan mail. Kids carve her name into their hoverboards. Mechanics ask for her flame help on heavy-duty fusion work. Some still scoff, call her fat, say dragons shouldn't look like that. But Corix? She just grins wide and says, I don't need to fly like them. I can crush mountains. And when she speaks, her voice no longer trembles, because she knows what she is now. Not a failure, not a freak, but a force.